Honestly, learning new vocabulary words and phrases and idioms using textbooks or lists is totally a boring idea. Why don't you learn of some of this using a different technique? It can be a story. Let me introduce one of my friends, Ajam Ovee, who had a visit to some shopping malls last week. And let's hear about his experiences.
Saturday, I decided to hit the shops because my wardrobe was screaming for an upgrade. Honestly, I hadn't bought new clothes in months. I was long overdue for a fashion refresh, so I grabbed my wallet, threw on something casual, and headed to the mall. As I walked past the glittering windows, I couldn't help but do a little window shopping. Everything looked so stylish and amazing. But I reminded myself, don't blow your budget in the first store. Then I saw it. One of my favorite brands had a clearance sale. The sign actually said up to 70% off. It was like a jackpot. I made a beeline for the men's section then, hoping to snag a deal or two. I picked up a smart looking jacket. It looked great on the rack, but once I tried it on in the fitting room, it was a disaster. It was tight as a drum, and the sleeves made me look like I had borrowed it from one of my little cousins. Then I tried on a hoodie. It was a perfect fit, soft and super comfy. I looked in the mirror and thought, this is right up my alley. Then I tried on a hoodie. It was a perfect fit, soft and super comfy. I looked in the mirror and thought, this is right up my alley, just my style. While waiting in the line at the checkout, I overheard someone saying, dress to impress, and I smiled. That's exactly what I was going for. A look that's not over the top, but still turns heads. At the counter, I asked, do you offer any student discounts? The cashier nodded and boom, I saved even more money. That's what actually I call a win-win. I walked out with two cool outfits and still had money in my pocket. It felt great to shop smart rather than spend blindly. And guess what? On my way home, I got a compliment from a stranger on my new hoodie. Talk about icing on the cake.
As you have heard about the wonderful experience of Ajam Ovee, let's learn some vocabulary and phrases from his experience. The first one is hit the shop or hit the mall. To hit the shop or to hit the mall means to go for shopping. Let's say, for example, I hit the shop for buying some clothes. Next one is long overdue. It means something should have been happened earlier. For example, it's a long overdue that I haven't visited my hometown. The third one is wardrobe screaming for an upgrade. It means you need to buy clothes so badly. For example, my wardrobe is screaming for an upgrade. I need to buy clothes as soon as possible. Now we got blow someone's budget. To blow someone's budget means to spend money more than someone has planned. For example, she has blown all the budget of her husband on a non-profitable work. Next we got clearance sale. To have clearance in sale means a big discount to clear the stock. Let's say, for example, I bought a shirt from a clearance sale. Make a beeline. To make a beeline means to go for something straight without any hesitation. Let's say, for example, I made a beeline to the shoe section. Snag a deal. To have snag a deal on something means to have a good bargain. For example, I snagged a deal on jeans 50% off. Listen carefully, it's an interesting one. Tight as a drum. When something is tight as a drum, it means it is very tight fitting. For example, these pants are too tight as a drum. You probably heard someone saying, right off my alley. To be right off my alley or to be right off someone's alley means to be exactly the same thing that a person wants. For example, the shirt on the rack is totally right up my alley. I really like it. Win-win, win-win. Yeah, it's also a wonderful expression to describe that when everybody is getting the benefit, the shopkeeper and the buyer. For example, shopping on a sale is a win-win. Shopping on a sale is a win-win. Guess what? We have the last phrase for today, and that is icing on the cake. Icing on the cake. It means something extra that makes a good thing better. For example, the compliment was icing on the cake. And this is all about. You have heard a wonderful story from one of my friends, Ovi, and also you have learned different types of expressions that's going to help you to improve the level of your speaking. So I hope you would practice regularly, and I will be waiting for you in the next video. Goodbye.